Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
Flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between. Welcome back to another wonderful episode, guys. We are so excited.
Oh, we are so excited.
When are we not excited? I think we're really excited is this strain that we're going to be reviewing today, because it's a really good one, right? It's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd probably find him back there. I
think that's a good idea. I like the name, but
yeah.
I'm just really I've been looking for a really good hybrid as of late, because sometimes too much sativa is too much sativa. And I don't get sativa headaches anymore. What I do get is random grogginess.
You know what's weird? This week I've been puffing on headband.
Oh.
And I feel like I've gotten more tired.
That weird?
Granted, it's in the evening. It's at night when I'm puffing on it late.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I legit feel like I'm getting tired from it. And I'm like, it's not the same. It's cannabis.
Yeah, it's cannabis.
At the end of the day, I can fall asleep on a sativa. I can do work on an indica. I can, there's no difference between the one to the other. I might notice a difference in fogginess or that, but my functionality, I feel like, is still there.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about the complexity of cannabis. And it's when you're trying a strain, your body is going to change, and it's going to change based upon your environment, based upon the foods that you're eating,
your mood.
Your mood. Like, I've been stressed to the tits lately, right?
Anxious as all hell.
Damn, dude, it's been bad, but strains have been acting differently with me. And where normally certain indicas would work out a lot more for sleep, have helped me with anxiety and keeping me functional. Like, for instance, I went to the gym last week on blueberry.
That's not normal for you at all.
Not at all. I don't touch indica when I go to the gym. I need to be alert. But this helped out a lot. And so with that said, though, I've been looking for a really good hybrid strain, and we were able to come across
Kosher Dog.
Or also known as Hebrew National.
Yeah. I mean, for all those people who like those kosher hot dogs, there are Hebrew Nationals, but like we were talking before, I think I still prefer Nathan's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nathan's good. I mean, Hebrew Nationals are okay. Hot dog, man. I haven't had a hot dog in a minute. I like the Mexican hot dogs. When I was down in Tijuana, when I was in the service, when you could just walk across the border and nobody gave a shit, they would have these hot dog vendors, and the hot dogs are wrapped in bacon. And then they just fully load it up, and it's the best damn hot dog you've ever had, especially if you're fucked up. You're drunk off your ass. And that's another thing I'm really glad I don't do that anymore, because I honestly, I don't enjoy it. Looking back, I didn't really enjoy it.
No. And
it was okay.
Your whole life is different. We were talking just before this about one of our audience who sent in an email.
Yeah.
And she was an alcoholic for a while. Her husband has been an alcoholic for a while after his brother died in, serving in the Marines. And it was this terrible story, but they went through and now they found cannabis and it's changed their life.
Yeah.
So, I know for me, where I used to drink every single day, and I was drinking, I'm a small guy, but I could outdrink tons of people.
Oh, yeah.
I drink a lot.
Because your tolerance is so high.
Yeah. And now I don't. I'll have a drink now and then with friends or once in a while, but usually it's a drink, and most of the time I feel like I don't even finish that one.
Yeah, it's a social thing. I get that. It's one of the things that your body, I feel that cannabis has completely transformed how I am. My creativity, 1. 2, it's my mood. Like, there's no other substance out there that if you're really pissed, right? So, example, I was livid. I was saying shit I shouldn't have. I was rude to my wife. I was rude to my kids. Take a step out. Closest thing I could grab, vape pen. Jack Herrera. 3 puffs off of that, chill the fuck out, walk downstairs, apologize to my wife. I don't know what I was doing, and I need to change it up. But that's the beauty of it, is that it has so many, it's so multifaceted that it can really change your perspective on many different things, especially yourself. And when you start getting that clarity going, the fuck am I getting upset about? Why am I pissed off about this? Like, dude, for instance, my kid last night, like, now this is a weird psychological thing, right? This is imprinting from when you're a child.
Yeah.
My parents, I don't know about your parents, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your parents, if you're around my age, they get pissed off at you every time you get hurt. If you like every time, like if I bang something up, I mean, I had so many stitches growing up.
Same.
My parents get pissed, and that carried over. I used to get mad at my kids when they got hurt. Last night, my son, like, I went through and fixed all the bikes. I fixed all the bikes yesterday. Took me a few hours, but I got all my kids' bikes fixed, and that's awesome, right? They need to be outside. And my son's at this neighbor's, and he's doing this ramp, and I'm like, hey, be careful. And he's like, yeah, I got a helmet on. Literally, I came home from the gym. I'm driving past him. He waves at me. And then 5 seconds later, he comes in. He's like, Dad, check this out. His elbow's all fucked up. He's got this gnarly road rash on the side of his hip. And I'm like, you okay? Dude, that's not my normal response. That's not my normal response is like, what the fuck? Why did you do that? Why would you hurt yourself?
That's funny.
But this is, and I wasn't consuming at the time, but it's in you all the time, and it levels you out, right? But it's those moments where you get really stressed. So thinking about that, you took your first hit off kosher. What's your feeling?
Peppery notes at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised with that. Mild. Hit me in the back of the back. Like I feel it just in the back of me right now. But I'll have to take another hit and see where it settles into. But yeah, that's really interesting.
That is peppery.
Yeah, but not coffee peppery.
Bring my mic a little closer. Yeah, it's not just a little bit. It's really smooth. The flavor is mild. It's not a skunky smell. It's a little minty smell. But it's really, it's decent. And off a first
less
hit,
peppery in the second hit.
well, and you said something, the middle of my back, I feel it. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it normally doesn't start there. So for a hybrid, this is more of an indica leaning, I would feel. Even though it's, I mean, literature's saying, like, you know, it's more.
There's no fogginess yet. Like, I don't see, or like, I don't feel anything that
But what's the percentage on something like this?
You were seeing 22 to 25% on THC. So it's not terribly high, but it's a decent percentage. The genetic line from this was, I believe, Kosher Kush and JJ Star Dog for the genetics on that.
JJ Star Dog.
We've done Star Dog.
Yeah, we've done Star Dog.
Was that the one that we got when you also got, not cheeseburger?
Oh, Han Solo
Han
Burger?
Solo Burger? Was that Star Dog we got?
Yeah, we got
at the
Star
same
Dog,
time?
Han Solo Burger. I would love for there to be a strain, Christopher Walken strain. You know, I mean, I haven't done his voice in a while, but if we had Christopher Walken strain, you know what it does to you?
Yeah.
It makes you confused, and you randomly say random shit. You know, if I was a dog, I would probably wag my tail. And it's like, no. And see, my if I don't practice enough with the voice, it goes away, and I just have to practice a little bit.
But see, that sounds like he would be a strain. Like,
he would be a strain.
Probably always smoking a strain.
Yeah. He's just confused, and saying random things. But this, okay. So second hit, it's spreading from my back. It's going onto my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a horror movie type thing. Like, it's like creeping up on you. But it's nice. It's again, like you said, no fog at all. I'm feeling this body. This is a great body strain. I think it would be great for pain
weird
relief.
diesel-y aftertone.
I'm not getting the diesel.
Like on the back of my tongue. Light notes.
Back of your tongue.
Now, yeah, weird.
Back of your throat?
Yep. Which is interesting because it's known for like scents of flowers.
Yeah, I know about getting the flowery
earthiness.
notes. Earthiness, I'm getting more. Okay, so now the diesel is coming.
Yeah, it's like an after.
And it spreads all over the entire mouth.
Yeah,
like you can
it's
get it.
Weird.
The weird part is that you smell it and you taste it at the same time. If anybody's ever siphoned gas out of a tank, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I always think of like I could hear it. Nope. And it's not that I say I was stealing gas. It's just, anyways, it was a long time ago. But when you are using Kosher Dog, okay, now it's starting to get to the middle of my chest. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, progressive, but like moving forward is the weirder
going
part.
through me, not around me. Because
Yeah.
sometimes the strains can do that.
I feel it in my arms.
Fully, I feel it in my forearms. I feel it a little bit in my shoulders, but mainly like in my neck.
I feel very clear-headed though. I don't know
Totally.
if I feel it at all above here.
I don't have a lot of dry mouth either. Because normally if we do a strain, we'd get into cotton mouth pretty quickly. Especially
terribly.
like, a really strong sativa or really strong indica tend to be more dry mouthy. But this one, I'm not feeling, a little bit, but not crazy. I could eat something, but I could also not. Like it's in between. I don't feel like I got the munchies.
Yeah, it's super nice. I wonder, let me see.
So my
Did you show the terpene breakdown?
let me see. Give me the terps.
Yeah. I was like, I'm really curious with that.
No, I'm not seeing it here.
Me either.
But one of the things I thought was pretty cool is looking at, and it's exactly what I thought it would be, way cool. Total sidebar. I just saw this thing for Dr. Dabber Light. Have you seen that?
Maybe?
It's just a pen.
Oh, that's tiny.
That's so tiny. If you're, But the effects, body high, totally feeling that. Calming, yes and no. Relaxing, yes and no. Sleepy, not at all.
No, but it's supposed to have wave and wave of like blissful happiness for your head.
Okay, so now I'm lying about the cottonmouth. Now it's starting to slow. It's a slow come on.
Well, it's dry, but it's not like
Not unbearable.
It's not overly dry. It's not clicky.
No, I
it's
need a
just
drink.
it is there.
I need a drink now, but even thinking about it though, yeah, it's something that.
I'm still just wondering where the hell those terps are for it. But it's a very good full body experience. Like I still feel relaxation in my head. I feel like I don't have as much tightness or anxiousness in my shoulders.
No, I mean I've had some anxiety issues lately just because of stress, but I've got that, and you have to know this too, that sometimes people confuse anxiety with increased heart rate. And we'll go into that in another episode on a 101, but that's where I'm feeling it right now a little bit, is that my blood pressure is elevated. But that makes sense with the slow onset of the cotton mouth, the spreading from, I feel it deep in my back. I feel like almost like I've worked out. It's made it a little tense, but I just feel it.
I don't feel as much sharpness in my back, actually. This is really nice. Yeah, it's taking off the edge and a little bit of the pain out of my back.
That's cool, especially something this clear-headed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I can focus and do whatever on this.
Yeah, this is definitely a really cool midday strain. Early, you could do a wake and bake with this. This would be pretty good for that one.
I was just thinking that.
If you're like
Coffee
camping
and toke.
Yeah, there you go. Right, toke and poke.
Well, that's usually how I start. Or take a toke and get a poke, or give a poke. I don't know.
It's just a lot of token.
Yeah. No, I actually think this would be great because normally in the mornings I will sit down with my coffee and either a bowl or my dabber or a pen and start working. That's what I do first thing in the morning.
Yeah, this would be great for that.
So yeah, I would love this because it would relax. Sometimes I wake up with pain in my back.
And I've only had, I think, 2 hits. I think I've only had 2. And I'm already feeling this much. But it's not intense enough for me to go, I need the CBD. You're like,
no, but you're only 2 hits in.
yeah, just 2 hits in.
But
I
as
feel
always,
good.
Go low and slow.
Yeah, and pace yourself.
Yeah.
Don't treat it like a bag of Doritos, damn it. Like, take your fucking time. Like, the thing that irritates me is when people feel that they've got to smoke it so much, just get as much in there. Because you're dealing with other demons there, my friend. If you're trying to get that high that quick, but, there's something to be said in savoring this.
It's intent. What is your intent?
It is intent.
And, we talk about it all the time. If your intent is to just get blazed out of your mind, what are you running from? Maybe you should work on those demons that you're running from.
Yeah, face it.
Because the
Confront
intent
yourself.
with this can create amazing, incredible experiences.
Oh, yeah.
Very beneficial. But it just has to be done properly.
And that this thing too, this is for those of you that are in states or in countries where you can just grow this shit in your backyard. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And you've got sunlight all year round. Like you're ready to do it. Like an outside grow.
That sticky of the icky.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that's so cool. But for a lot of us, we have to be able to go to a dispensary. We may be in a state that's a medical card only.
Or states that you're still using just legacy.
Yeah, totally. Like you're going, I've got to contact.
You don't have dispensaries or pharmacies or, you've got Tim down the street who sells you a dime bag or whatever it is.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. He's the apothecary. He's the medicine man.
Your local medicine man.
Yeah, exactly. But it's but you have to treat this with almost a little bit of reverence because it's something that is going to enhance you.
It can if you let it.
Yeah. But if you go in with that intent of, I just want to get blazed, I just want to get super high because my life sucks. I get that. And if that's your intent, then bravo, that's cool. But you have to know, like, if you're savoring it, the enjoyment out of it is so much more. Like right now, dude, more cottonmouth. This is the slowest onset for cottonmouth.
But it's still not clicky. It's not like the unbearable, I need to have a drink. It's like, my mouth's dry.
Yeah.
But I've gotten so used to that over the years because I realized there were so many times and I'm like, man, I need a drink. And I'm like,
no, I don't.
Do I? Do I need a drink? And I drink a ton of water.
Yeah.
And so
you're a water hog.
Yeah, it's not that I need to have a drink. It's just that right now at this minute, my mouth is dry. And if I just wait, most of the time, it ends up being just fine.
Yeah. And it dissipates. The dry mouth dissipates pretty quickly. It's like a half hour, 45 minutes, 10 to in me. And this one, I know like within a little while, I'll be like, man, like it doesn't bother me, but I'll still feel really good. Like the sharpness in my back has gone away. And now it's more relaxed. It's more like I have this woman named Olga and she's giving me a massage. Don't worry, Mr. Angelis. Just going to take my elbow.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's how it feels right now. It feels like I'm getting a massage. Over here. Yeah. But it's definitely something where you could keep pretty focused.
I think it's a good starter strain.
Oh, it's a good start. It's a good social strain too. This is really good, especially when you're bringing in friends or family or some random person that just moved into your neighborhood and you're like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood.
I love social smoking. I wish I did that too. More often. That's one of my favorite things to do is just have a community and talk and just like socialize with it.
It's just cool because you guys are starting out with the vibe of we're just going to be chill. This is going to be a good time. Because when you introduce alcohol, it tends to get either real quiet or really stupid.
Or real loud.
And real loud. And it's just like, but it's chill, dude. Like I remember the last time we did that with like all of these friends of yours and that couple, they were moving to, I think it was like Washington or something.
Oh yeah. Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. And we were outside. And it's still wintertime. It was wintertime back then where we had no snow, but it was just cold as fuck, right? But it was that night we were just hanging and everybody was having a great time. A few of us were drinking. We noticed.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But when you have that vibe, it's just so chill. this would be like the whole room would just be more about this, like learning about each other
It's
on a high
connection.
level, right? And
Yeah.
not necessarily like deep conversation. I don't think I could have like a super deep conversation on this, but I just like to kick it and chill. Maybe
Yeah.
come up with some fun things.
This
to
is a
do.
lot more chill vibe.
Yeah. Like this would make horseshoes fun. Truly, dude. I mean,
That's
I'm
funny.
feeling I'm like, yeah, you guys want to play fucking horseshoes? They're like,
Yeah,
Meh.
why not? Fuck it.
Meh.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I really like it. I think that for being a mid-level hybrid, like it's not,
yeah, it's not crazy.
no. But
This
it's
wouldn't
a
knock you on
really
your ass.
enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
I think
would
it's a
agree.
great starter strain, a great or a great, like, even if you're not starting into it, this is a great all-around strain.
I just thought of something because I told you like I haven't eaten today.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go on a fast. We're Mountain Standard Time here, so I'll stop eating around like I'll always snack on things like nuts and stuff like that, at, like midnight maybe. But then I won't eat until like next day around 2 or 3. Sometimes I'll get up and I'll eat. The most I'll take is a protein shake, and then I'll just go off of that. But this is really good. I would believe this would be a great strain for those who are trying to fast. I don't recommend doing it all the time, but I mean, if you do fast, sometimes it can be really difficult because you're hungry. I don't have the munchies at all. Like I don't feel
I don't either.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Almost to the point where my stomach's like, I don't want any food, because it's so like kind of said, it's more of a taking your mind and your body to focus.
It
on
is.
a particular thing.
It's really interesting because as you were talking, and I don't know the last time I felt this way, but I wouldn't say that I am overtly high at this moment. But when you were talking, it was like everything else disappeared. No, not disappeared, but
yeah,
like,
but it's got a little dark.
Like it wasn't focused.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only thing
Almost
focused was
grainy.
you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is really interesting because
That's crazy.
instantly in the lights, they're not super bright. They're not
No.
crazy bright.
Mm-mm.
But yet at the same time, I definitely feel elevated, but not over, like I'm not
Hey,
not high.
that's really interesting because now I'm thinking about it. As I was saying, like it's a mind and body focus high. This would be great if, say, you and your significant other are going through some shit and you're having difficult time. You have a difficult time being able to voice your words, to say how you feel. This would be a great sit down and let's talk. Like if I was a therapist, I'd be like, Brandon, tell me about the last time you saw your mother naked.
Well, and really listen though.
But
I feel like this strain is one that your mind's not thinking about. What's this next word? What's this next response?
It would mute that.
You're so present.
Yeah.
I feel so present.
Yeah, I really do. This is really good for feeling that strong, like, oh man, that's awesome.
Well,
this is a therapy strain.
You know
dude.
how you went and did that breath work that was
that was intense.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about it, and the feeling that I feel right now would be amazing to take into one of those.
Oh, wow. Like
to be already that focused, that present,
mm-hmm.
and then go into that would be incredible.
That would be so cool. 'Cause, oh man. Yeah, no, thinking about that night, I was intense, but this is really good for you to be able to connect with you too. Like I feel like, right now I've had so much stressors going on at one time or another. Like I can't take a breath. Even if things are going good, I can't take a breath. And yeah, I'm just like right now, I'm just like all that shit's just gone right now. I don't even care about that right now. It's like, well, what can I do at this moment? Nothing.
Yeah.
I just have to deal with this.
It's weird. I feel like I've had a lot more anxiousness lately, sleeping like crap. Maybe it's because now that I am to a point, I always joked about dying at 35. And I hit 36 like last week, and it was well, shit, I'm still here. Like, so it's, I don't know. I haven't slept great. Everything's just been, it's felt super weird. So yeah,
Wow.
I have this weird anxiousness, and this moment, like this kosher dog, has just melted everything.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it like in my hearing. My hearing is more focused. That's crazy. So this is a great focus strain, but I would caution it on, this would be like, if you have a happy camper, this is like just the solid bowl with just a group of friends. Because I think that smoking too much of this would start to cause anxiety. Or
Well,
just like real, like just shut down.
you know how cannabis in high doses can have the opposite effect in low doses.
Right.
So, like, low doses can help reduce anxiety. Obviously, the high doses could induce anxiety. So, you know, if you're not prone to using high doses, you definitely wouldn't want to. But I do notice that the more that I partake of this, the more it goes from being like it might be a good work strain, depending on what it is that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to sit down and focus like really focus on something, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
If you need to be like, I don't know, maybe your mind needs to be more free or creative at that moment. I don't know if my mind would feel as creative because it is so present on that. So maybe there are certain things that this might not be the typical go-to, whereas for creativity, cannabis typically is a fantastic one.
Yeah.
I feel like this is great for honing in on a conversation or a task or something where you are innately present, like very much so in that moment of what you're doing.
It would also be really good in an entertainment way, because then you can actually just enjoy the movie without thinking about all the shit that's going on, right?
Yes.
Like, because I haven't watched anything really lately, and I mean, I'll play video games, but even sometimes in video games, I'm not present. I'm just like, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah.
But
your mind
just,
is not there.
It's focused on like the stressful shit in life.
Yeah.
And now, like on something like this is great, because you just don't really accept the whatever's going on at that moment, because I just like, well, what can you do?
Well, and how often, truly, like, how often do we sit in things that we aren't making a decision on, can't make a decision on, or can't actually change anything about? Yet we sit in this moment endlessly, causing ourselves more stress, more anxiety, more depression, more frustration. And yet this kosher dog, it's like, it's taken that away.
Yeah. Yeah. Kosher Dog, definitely a strain that I think anybody should try. Whether you're a vet, whether you're brand new, whether you just dabble every once in a while, this is something that would be good to keep in your rotation. Flower first, definitely. If you can find this in a vape, I'd be curious on, because it's always slightly different.
Yeah.
I'd be curious if it would have these types of calming effects. I would imagine sometimes like strains like this, kind of when they're in a concentrate, they tend to be more leaning on the sativa side, more like hyper.
Well, you get like the distillate ones, and they don't have anything really in it, or they have the terpenes that are added back in after everything's distilled down. You just don't get the same experience that you can get from a live rosin or, you know, some of these other concentrates. So
live rosins.
Yeah,
those are
super delicious.
Good. I mean, because it's just a clean feeling. I mean, the closest you're going to get to flower in a concentrate is going to be
live rosin.
Absolutely. It's the closest you're going to get. But, you know, this is something that I could consume in any form. I would be cool with it. Like, I've been off edibles for so long lately. And
I was going to say, this would be an amazing edible. Could you imagine
cool.
this for 6 or 8 hours?
Man, it's like going on vacation and allowing yourself to go on vacation.
Legit. That's a really good way to put that, because it does. It feels like a vacation from just life.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. I know it's there, but it's muting. It's like I was saying, like the sound in my ears, like it's dampened. It's just trying to help me go, hey, you can focus on you right now.
It's like the noise of outside and everything is not as sharp as normal right now.
Like normally we can hear shit outside the studio. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, it's
just here.
Yeah.
A present strain. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's worth trying out. And if you guys are like new to cannabis or, sometimes you don't have a pen, you don't want to bring flour to work, you want to use anything like that, or maybe those are even too high of doses.
Yeah.
There are these really cool, amazing products. They're just tablets.
Yeah, these tablets are like Smarties. Literally, that's the best way. They're sweet. They come in a few different flavors, like
chewable, dissolve in your mouth.
Really quick. But the cool thing is within about 20 minutes after taking this starts to take effect. It's not super strong. This is a microdose of THC. The product is called
CBD?
And CBD. Yeah. Has Delta 9 in it. Some of the products have Delta 8, but mostly Delta 9.
Okay.
And so they're fantastic. They have a line of gummies, but we really like the chill tablets.
Yeah.
And this is really good for those who are new to it. And maybe you have friends or family that are just like, other stuff looks like the devil, but you're giving them something such as a very harmless tablet.
It's like a vitamin.
Yeah.
Really easy to take.
Oh, and it's tasty. It's not bad. It's not a bad experience. And it's a quick onset and it lasts for like a few hours.
And they give all cannabis school listeners 20% off.
Yeah, the company is discreet, and we'll have that.
The link down in the show notes.
Oh, yeah. You'll have that one. Put promo code SCHOOL20 in checkout, and you'll get 20% off your first order. So check it out. They've recently cut their prices too. Fantastic products. Well worth.
Yeah, they have sleep, they have chill, I think they have restful.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
They're all dosed and it's a high-end quality. It looks like a pharmaceutical grade, so they really take this seriously that, for those who are just need a microdose, 2.5 milligram per these little Smartie tablets.
And you can have that anywhere.
Yeah.
Around your family, at work, like it just...
Go to the game, go to the movies.
Yeah.
You put this in your briefcase. You can put this in your carry-on luggage, and it looks like vitamins.
Well, and the microdose is fantastic because it makes it just take that little bit of the edge off, get rid of that anxiety, help you focus. You can go to work. You can do all of this stuff and not have to worry.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Check it out. Go to discreet.biz. It's down in the show notes. And again, that promo code is SCHOOL20 at checkout. Save yourself 20% off on your first order.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure. And thanks for all the feedback.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. We got a voicemail just recently.
We did. Yeah, we got a voice message on the show sent in on Spotify. Love that. It's fantastic.
They just love their episodes, and that it's so warming to hear that. Yeah. It's awesome because we do this because we enjoy it, but we also enjoyed what you guys are taking from it. It's so cool.
It's been great. The community, the emails we get, the messages on social media. It's been fantastic to just connect and get to know you guys more. So
yeah,
appreciate the hell out of you guys.
It's so awesome. Thank you again, and
see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.